Interleague play begins for another season as the in-state Cincinnati Reds invade Progressive Field for the Showdown of Ohio. Home cooking may be just what Tribe Bats need as they lead the American League in hitting at home. Alex White makes his first official start in 13 days. And it's next on Sports Time Ohio. A gorgeous night, finally, for baseball in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. Interleague play gets underway this evening as the Tribe plays host to the Cincinnati Reds. Hi again, everyone. I'm Matt Underwood alongside Rick Manning. Tribe back in action here tonight. And, man, what a day Mother Nature has ordered up for the Indians, and they certainly deserve it. Now, the Cincinnati Reds come in here, interleague play, so we've got all that to get to. But first, the news of the day starts with, I'm afraid, more bad news. Travis Hafner on the DL with that oblique strain. And Ezekiel Carrera gets the call up from AAA Columbus. He's an outfielder. And the Indians also making a move, sending Luis Valbuena back to AAA, and Frank Herman called up to give them some help in the bullpen.
Well, the tough thing is Hafner on the disabled list. You don't want to see that because he was one of the better clutch hitters the Indians had right now, and offensively they could certainly use him.
Yeah, and now you look at what the Indians have done against the Cincinnati Reds historically. It has not been very good, especially recently. They've lost 6 out of the last 8 head-to-head with the Reds.
Well, the Reds have been very good in the last couple of years. The Indians have not, and interleague play has not treated the Indians kindly. But when you look at the Reds and the Showdown of Ohio, the Indians 16-38 in interleague play since 08. They've got to pick it up. It should be a good series because both of these ball clubs are playing very well right now.
And Cincinnati certainly knows a thing or two about injuries. They haven't had their starting lineup together for very much so far this year. Now, Alex White getting the start today for the Tribe. Will there be any effects of rust for him, do you think?
Well, let's hope not, because this is going to be our pitching matchup for the all-new Chrysler 200. Alex White might. I mean, he towed the rubber but never really started. It was rained out early. He's matched up against left-hander Travis Wood. But for Alex White, I don't think so. He's going to be geared up. He's a young kid. He's going to go out there. Hopefully he can throw strikes, command his little two-seamer. He's got a splitter and that good four-seam fastball. Looking forward to seeing him pitch against a good-hitting Cincinnati ball club.
All right, it's interleague action, and we're getting ready for it tonight here at Progressive Field. Back with the first pitch right here on Sports Time Ohio, coming up next. Picture perfect evening here in downtown Cleveland. Lots of sunshine, blue skies overhead. And the Cincinnati Reds are in town to renew this rivalry that early on in interleague play the Indians dominated. But then as time wore on, the positions of power sort of switched. And now Cincinnati has really had their way over the last several years with the Tribe. So hopefully Alex White can help the Indians write a new chapter in this great battle in the Buckeye State. Indians take the field. 26-15. Tribe leads Detroit by 5 games in the American League Central Division. Cincinnati, meanwhile, just a half game in back of front-running St. Louis in the National League Central. Reds are 25-19 on the year. So as Alex White gets ready to make his warm-up tosses, we'll have a look at Dusty Baker's starting 9 for Cincinnati. Drew Stubbs, Johnny Gomes, and Joey Votto at the top. You see Gomes, the DH in the 2-hole. Brandon Phillips, Jay Bruce, and Scott Rowland, they have been swinging some pretty hot bats for the Reds in the middle. And then you've got Chris Heisey, Ryan Hannigan, and Paul Janisch rounded out.
All right, Alex White on the mound again. He'll be making his 3rd start, but it's been 2 weeks since he really officially pitched. He tried to start last Saturday against the Mariners. That was rained out. He did get through the top half of the 1st inning, but that was it. And he has been sitting ever since. First time he has ever pitched against the Cincinnati Reds, his first interleague game. So we'll see what Alex can do against a very good offensive club that can score some runs and hit some home runs. Let's take a look at the Indians' defense, brought to you by Pat O'Brien Chevrolet, saluting the men and women defending our country and watching the Armed Forces Network. It's going to be Kearns in left, Brantley in center, Chewis in right, Hanahan at third, Asdrubal at short, Orlando back at second base, Laporte is at first, Carlos Santana behind the plate.
Phil Cuzzy will call the brawls and strikes. Bill Miller is the acting crew chief. He's at first. Then James Hoy at second. And Manny Gonzalez is at third. Tom Hallion, the crew chief, has this series off. Dusty Baker brings his Cincinnati Reds club into today's action. The reigning National League Central Division champions in his 4th season at the helm.
They're starting their longest road trip of the year, a 10-game jaunt. They'll play 4 in Philadelphia after this and 3 down at Atlanta. So this could be a long trip for them. It could also be a good trip for them. They were 5-2 on their homestand, losing their last 2 to the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Drew Stubbs will step in to lead it off for Cincinnati. And Alex White's first pitch is a fastball in there for a strike. Rick, if you and I know that potentially this could be Alex White's final start, then you know it has to have crossed his mind at some point. Be curious to see how he handles all of that mentally going into this start tonight, because both he and Carlos Carrasco, one of the two of them, will be the odd man out when Mitch Talbot returns.
You know what? You've got nothing to lose. You're a young kid and you want to pitch to stay at the big league level. I don't think it'll have an impact on him.
Good pitch, another fastball strike, and he's ahead 1-2.
You know, that's the good thing, the competition that you have at this level. It's a good thing. It's good for your organization. It's good for your players, and the players end up making the decision.
There's the 1-2 from White. Blew it by him. Good fastball for Alex White. Takes care of Drew Stubbs. 1 out here in the first. Well, the injury report obviously not good for the Tribe when you lose both Travis Hafner and Grady Sizemore to the DL. It looks like Hafner will be out anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks. You hope for the best in that it's only a 4-week situation. Aroldis Chapman, interesting. You know, he's on the DL, but you almost get the feeling it may be more of a mental DL for Chapman than a physical thing. Tremendous arm, tremendous ability, but he's had trouble finding home plate. Johnny Gomes DHing and batting second. There are the Indians.
The 2 veterans.
Their top 2 paid players, their top 2 stars. And both have really been swinging the bat very well. Very productive. As Drupal Cabrera throws out Johnny Gomes 2 down. But Rick, this isn't a problem unique to Cleveland. Every team deals with injuries. The Cincinnati Reds, for example, didn't have their true starting 9 together until a week ago.
Yeah.
So they were trying to piecemeal it together and work around some injuries, and they've had also some injury problems with their pitching staff, so every team goes through it.
Yeah,
it's how do you weather the storm?
You got to weather the storm, but you also hope that it doesn't prolong and go on for any great length of time.
Joey Votto fouls it away.
I mean, last year you had their middle of the lineup out for a good portion of the year.
The Indians did. You know, and you get no sympathy from anybody, so you get your wins when you can get them.
Indians with a 3-man shift on the right side for Votto. But it's an interesting shift because usually when you shift for a left-handed pull hitter, the third baseman slides all the way over to the shortstop. Hanahan really playing normally would be the hole between third and short. Fouled by
this
Bruce.
kid has great power to left center field. I mean, you'll see Brantley is over in left center field. This guy, I mean, he can drive it to left center field. A left-hander that can do that. Not many can. Joey Votto is certainly one of them. He's an excellent low ball hitter. Leads the league in walks with 36. He's up there in on-base percentage at .466.
The 1-2. A little bit outside. The prevailing breeze tonight seems to be blowing in from the left field foul pole. Be curious to see how the ball carries to right here this evening. The reigning MVP in the National League. Votto awaits the 2-2, and he wouldn't chase after it. Full count. Brandon Phillips waits on deck. Alex White trying to set him down 1-2-3 in the first, and the payoff pitch is fouled down the left side, out of play. Now, I mentioned how Cincinnati's turned the tables on the Indians in this matchup in recent years. A lot of that has to do with the fact guys like Votto, Jay Bruce, the young players they were waiting for.
Yes.
Not only have they made it to the big leagues, but they have also produced. Again, the 3-2. Broken bat bouncer in the hole. Backhanded by Cabrera. Gets up and throws him out. A sensational first inning defensive play by Orlando Cabrera, the newest United States American citizen. Helps the Indians get out 1-2-3. Bottom of the first, the Indians starting lineup is brought to you by Progressive Insurance, proud to be the official auto insurance provider of the Cleveland Indians. Michael Brantley leading it off, then as Drupal Cabrera and Shin-Soo Choo. Carlos Santana bats cleanup, followed by Shelley Duncan. Orlando Cabrera hitting sixth, then Matt Laporta, Austin Kearns, and Jack Hanahan.
24-year-old left-hander Travis Wood is making his 10th start, his very first start in interleague play. First appearance against an American League team. He's coming off a couple of wins in his last two starts, one against the Cardinals, one against Houston. He is 3-3 on the year with an ERA of 5.
And Michael Brantley looks at a first pitch strike.
Nothing overpowering. He's around the 88 to 90, 91. He has a little changeup in the slider. He will mix in an occasional curveball.
There's that off-speed pitch. Just did cross the outside corner, and Brantley in a hole 0-2. Brantley steps away. Travis Wood, born in Little Rock, Arkansas. And the two-strike delivery. Chua didn't miss by much.
No.
Very close. And it's now 1-2.
Well, you get a look at it. An 0-2 pitch. They're going with something. He's trying to dot the outside corner. Catcher sitting away. Hannigan a little bit off the plate. Tough pitch to take.
And he got him. Elevated the fastball, and Brantley swings through it, 1 down.
Take a look at the Home Depot doing more on defense. Cincinnati defensive lineup. Heisey in left, Stubbs in center, Bruce is in right. Roland at third, Giannis at short, Phillips at second, Votto is at first with Hannigan behind the plate. More savings, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot.
Talked earlier about Jay Bruce and Joey Votto, some key position players for the Reds who have produced. This is another guy, second-round pick in 05. Made his major league debut last year. Made 17 starts, 2 different stints with the Reds. Now the 1-0.
You know, he doesn't throw hard. You see 90, 91, but what you'll see a lot of hitters a little tardy on him. He hides the ball well. You see, as he turns his body, it'll be tough for him to pick it up, and he gets that arm up there, and it's quick on you. There's the changeup.
Punch toward left, coming hard is Heisey, and he makes the grab, 2 down. That'll bring up Shin-Soo Choo. Choo riding a 6-game hitting streak. 8 out of 23 during his tear. And as we pointed out earlier, the Indians, they're going to need both Choo and Santana to help pick up some of the slack with Sizemore and Hafner down. Not that they need to carry the team offensively, but
well, anytime you miss somebody from that starting lineup is out of the, you have to pick up a little slack. You don't try and do it mentally where you think you have to hit home runs and do more than you're capable of doing. Just do your share. The situation presents itself.
Wood taking his time, and his 10th pitch of the first inning is a called strike. Two good young pitchers squaring off tonight here in Cleveland. Travis Wood and Alex White. And the 1-2 pitch to Choo. Fouled back. Indians opening a 6-game homestand. 3 against Cincinnati this weekend. And then Boston comes to town Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
Yeah, they've got their work cut out for them. The Indians do. Their next 5 opponents: Cincinnati, then Boston, Tampa, Toronto, and Texas. All with winning records.
Slow breaking ball missed. Evens the count at 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch is swung on and missed. So a scoreless first here in Cleveland. Baseball is brought to you by McDonald's. Try their new McDonald's McCafe cool and refreshing strawberry lemonade. By your Northern Ohio Toyota dealers. And by AT&T. Now, folks here on the North Coast are relishing this gorgeous weather we've had here today because on the last homestand, and then even while we were gone, it did nothing but rain. And if it wasn't raining, it was cloudy and gray almost every single day while we were out of town. For the Reds here in the second, Brandon Phillips, Jay Bruce, and Scott Rowland. And a weak tapper hit to second. Orlando Cabrera throws out Phillips. 1 pitch, 1 out for Alex White here in the second inning. Let's go down and check in for the first time tonight with Katie Witham.
Alex, Matt, you and Rick mentioned Alex White coming off that 13-day layoff. I spoke with Indians pitching coach Tim Belcher. He does not believe that will be in effect. He reminded me White's a guy that's just 2 years removed from college where he was a weekend pitcher. He also told me during the rain delay, they actually brought him indoors and simulated a second inning, as well as just 2 days ago, he pitched an extended bullpen, guys.
All right, thanks, Katie.
Yeah, you have to do anything you can to get your work in, although we found out it's not facing game hitters. You know, when you go out there, you still have to find that control at full throttle.
The 0-1 delivery. That's smashed pretty well deep to left. Back goes Kern, still going back over his head. And a hit right in the middle of that wall. And heading into second base with a 1-out double is Jay Bruce. That's his 7th two-bagger on the year. First hit of the night for Cincinnati.
Well, he juices it the other way. Looked like a little two-seam fastball that he left middle of the plate. And Jay Bruce stayed on it nicely. Just that's a good swing. Typical left-hander, gets down there, good low ball hitter, and cruises into second base with the first hit of the ball game.
And a strike taken by Scott Rowland, the veteran, hitting .277. He's driven in 15, and he has 9 doubles, a triple, to go along with his 2 homers.
Well, Cincinnati, they are second in the National League in runs scored, 228.
And that pitch is just a little bit high. Yeah. Rolling it back away. He did not have time, though.
No, because the guy at second base sort of messed with him. So he steps out.
Surprised this wasn't called a strike.
Yeah, looks up. It's high. You see, he's back there. Are you kidding me?
That's right at his belt.
That's a
big dude. That's a big guy at the plate right there.
I'm sorry. Holy smokes.
Crack you one, boy.
I guess you are dressed in blue tonight.
There's a strike called, and it's 1-2. Jay Bruce taking his lead at second. Orlando Cabrera keeping an eye on him to make sure he doesn't take off. Rowland almost chased after it. They do get the appeal, but first base umpire Bill Miller, the acting crew chief, said he did not go around.
I didn't think he did by first look. No, he did not. So far on the year, this has been opposition 0 for 9 with runners in scoring position off Alex White.
13 out of his 20 pitches so far have been strikes. Needs one more to take care of Rowland. Then he grounds it foul third base side. Told you earlier about the injury problems the Reds have had to deal with, and Rolen was one of those guys who spent time on the DL from April 24th through May the 12th. He just was activated recently from that DL with a strain in his left shoulder. Alex White looking into Santana for the sign. Taking a long time here, and Rolen backs away. Chris Heisey waits on deck with 1 on, 1 out here in the second. White's 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. He blew a fastball by Rolen, but he kept it up and away. Second strikeout, 2 down here in the inning.
Well, there you'll see a good pitch. Fastball, 95 miles per hour on the outside. That is on our Time Warner cable pitch tracker. Right on the outside corner, elevated enough. Very nice.
2 down now for Chris Heisey. Another right-handed batter. Takes a strike, does Heisey. 4 homers, 2 doubles, 16 driven in on the year. This guy's been a pretty good contributor off the bench for Cincinnati.
Well, that's
How
for the
about
National
6
League.
for 14 as a pinch hitter?
Yeah, that's he had 4 pinch hit home runs last season. And that's the National League. You need guys. They're going to get at bats and pinch hitters, and then Cincinnati as a team does an outstanding job as far as pinch hitting goes. They're 20 for 60 with 3 homers and 15 ribbies.
Yeah, that's tremendous.
Yeah. You know, you go, you pinch hit for the pitcher, you move players around. They're going to get their time, and that's the one difference. This is a Cincinnati ball club, too, that's very good at coming from behind. They never give up. They had a lot of last at-bat wins last year. They're also very good winning the first game of a series.
Right back to the screen, 2-2.
They've won 8 first games of series this year compared to the Indians that won 11. But they've won every time. When they win the first game, they've won the series.
Win the series.
Yeah. And last year they were outstanding at doing that. And that's something the Indians have been very good at, winning that first game of the series, and then you try and close it out. They were 26-1-3 last year after winning the series opener.
Wow. That's how you win your division.
Boy, you're not kidding.
Now the set by White, and with 2 down, the 2-2 pitch. Popped him up. On the infield, Laporta charging, Cabrera calling. Orlando says, I'll take it, and he does. Alex White works around a 1-out double, and we go to the bottom of the second, no score. Here at Progressive Field on a beautiful evening in downtown Cleveland, bottom of the second. We'll feature Carlos Santana, Shelley Duncan, and Orlando Cabrera. See a lot of Reds fans in attendance here tonight, just as we will see a lot of Indians fans when we go down to Cincinnati in June.
You know, I figured they're looking at about 30, 33 tonight. Tomorrow's sold out. So you figure, they're making the trek up and they want to see it. This is, it's been a while since both teams have been good playing in interleague play now.
Carlos Santana leading things off and takes a breaking ball down low from Travis Wood. Santana tomahawks it down the left field line. Nice job to get out of the way down there.
How low can you go? And now he's trying to explain to everybody how he got out of the way.
It's those cat-like reflexes I have. 2 balls and a strike. I tell you what, he did well to get out of the way. Because sometimes those are like heat-seeking missiles, aren't they?
Yeah, you start moving and you feel it's coming right at you. You're moving right toward it.
2-1 to Santana. Good fastball. Evens the count 2-2. Wood delivers. And it's a little bit low, full count. Hope to see you down here Sunday for the series finale. Kids Fun Day, always a great time at Progressive Field. After the ball game tonight, we've got the Frank Sinatra themed fireworks.
I know you're staying here, aren't you? You and your Rat Pack.
Little old blue eyes for you. Santana draws a leadoff walk, and the Indians have their first base runner here in the second. Get a look at our trivia question tonight, courtesy of AT&T. 3 players born in Ohio have hit 300 or more homers. Mike Schmidt, I'm thinking. Wasn't Mike Schmidt born in Dayton?
I think so. I think he's an Ohio boy.
Shelley Duncan, DHing tonight. And Duncan has done very well against left-handed pitching this year. Batting .292 against the Southpaws. Missed inside, 2-0. Duncan, then Orlando Cabrera here in the second for the Indians. That was a rocket down into the seats. That's one you just hope doesn't hit you, because I don't think you can get out of the way of that.
You just hope it gets a seat, because it goes in there so quickly. I mean, look at them. Look at hitters. See that ball tracking, and they're saying, please get out of the way. That's a really strange feeling when you're at the plate and you hit a ball like that, and you just hope everybody is okay.
Fouled back again. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
He's taking a pretty healthy cut. I'm thinking that Wood right now will be looking after the couple of fastballs. I think a changeup's in order. As hard as Shelley's swinging the bat, half of his hits this year have been extra base hits.
Travis Wood checks Santana, and the 1-1 is hit hard down the left field line. Heisey over will make the grab. Ball hung up just enough, enabling Heisey to run it down for out number 1.
Ball really had some top spin to it. You know, he got up on top of this high fastball. He never did. And you know what? Watch, he got on it. It didn't carry up. It comes down with the top spin, and Heisey's able to run into it. He hit it hard, though. Good at bat for Duncan.
Here's Orlando Cabrera. Shoots it foul, out of play to the right. Orlando missed last night's game in Chicago, so he could attend his appointment to become a U.S. citizen in South Carolina, where he makes his home in the offseason. Obviously a big deal for him.
Yeah. You say that's by appointment?
Yeah. It's not like he could say, I'm going to show up on an off day. There's a ground ball up the middle, right to Brandon Phillips. He goes to Giannis, who turns the double play to end the inning. 2 complete from Progressive Field, no score. I want to remind you to stay tuned later in the game to see our Miller taste greatness moment. Ryan Hannigan, Paul Giannis, and Drew Stubbs will bat for Cincinnati here in the third. Each team has had one base runner. One out double by Jay Bruce, but the Reds could not advance him. And the leadoff walk for the Indians in the second. And a double play ball wiped that out.
And a couple of pitchers getting their first taste of interleague play. Both Alex White.
You know, it's interesting, Rick. You look at the career numbers for both of these teams in interleague play. There aren't a whole lot of track records for most of these guys. They haven't been around long enough for either team. Ryan Hannigan batting .259, takes the first pitch strike. What's interesting to me is you look at Orlando Cabrera.
He hurt himself there? Yeah, hurt himself.
Yeah, he does not look good, does he? Something.
I don't know if it was a recoil. Here they come. That didn't look good. He jumped back and walked off the back of the mound. It didn't look good, whatever it was.
Oh, they're looking at his arm. Oh, boy. No, they're looking at his arm.
You watch, he throws the ball. Now watch the hop at the end. There's the throw, and he jumped up, man.
He felt it in his arm.
Yes, he did. Look at he's
I don't know. Is he looking at his finger? I can't see, obviously. Can't tell if they're looking at his finger or his elbow or his.
Looks like something in his hand.
Almost looks like he's looking at his finger, doesn't it, Rick?
Yeah. He hops up, but I don't know what it was. It
almost looks like it's something with his finger.
Hard to tell.
I think Lonnie's looking at his finger.
He is, because you know what? You see him sort of trying to get feeling back in there. I don't know if he heard something pop. He was rubbing his fingers like they're going to give him a couple of throws to see. He certainly felt something. Look at him. He's trying to get a feel for the baseball. Trying to get some feeling back in there. I don't know what happened, but you can tell by that recoil.
Well, they're going to give it a couple of tosses. I don't know. He does not look comfortable.
He just shook his head. Yeah.
Give it a go.
Well, Manny's telling him now, you just make sure everything's fine.
All right, so Alex White looks like he's going to stay in there, at least for now. But without a doubt, that did not look good initially. Anytime a pitcher recoils and they start looking at that right arm or hand, that's where they make their money with. So this next pitch will be number 30 of the night for Alex White as we open this third inning of play. He's got Hannigan down on the count 0-2. Back out of play.
Yeah, you certainly you just keep an eye and you say, let's just see what's going on here. I'm sure he had a little scare himself, and you have to let it go on the very next pitch.
Now the 0-2 again. Got him. Third strikeout for Alex White. One down here in inning number 3. Check in once again with Katie Witham, who's out in the bleachers tonight.
Hey, we talk about all the good seats. Seriously, the bleachers, you can see everything. I'm hanging out with a good crowd out here. Tickets just $10. Get yours now for Sunday's game because tomorrow is sold out. Go to Indians.com. Get some bleacher seats. Come hang out with us, guys.
All right, Katie, thanks. Here's Paul Janisch batting ninth. Red shortstop hitting .242 on the year coming in. Right back out of play.
Well, he's continuing to throw strikes. He is 8 of 9 first pitch strikes tonight. So the first time through the lineup, he's peppered it.
And the 1-strike pitch down low. If that would have been anything that he felt in his elbow or something, they probably would have taken him out without a second thought. So whatever it was, it must not have been something that sent off the alarms in either Lonnie Soloff or Manny Acta's head.
Well, they're talking about it right now with Tim Belcher, and it looked like they were talking about something on his middle finger. I don't know if it's from a breaking ball. He does throw a splitter. Maybe there could be a blister.
Good point.
From the seams.
Chased
we don't
after
know.
it. 1-2.
You hate to speculate. Obviously, they wouldn't have left him in there. And this looks like it was a splitter that he threw. So that's a good sign. You see that pitch going down.
One-two pitch. Popped up foul, and into the seats it goes. Up and in. That one took off on him.
This one looks like it gets away from him. That four-seam fastball, he lets it ride. Well, that's not fun. That gets on you in a hurry.
Down low. That was that splitter again, but it was in the dirt. 3-2.
Yeah, his split's usually 87 to 89, I think. So anytime you see that velocity, it usually is a split.
3-2. A little bit low, ball 4. He's walked his first. And the Reds have a one-out base runner now for Drew Stubbs. Log on to STOHD.com. Check out one of our preferred partners, Garfield 12323. They've served Northeast Ohio for over 75 years, and you can get a free estimate. Just log on to STOHD.com. Click on the banner, Garfield 12323. Bounce foul by Drew Stubbs, who struck out his first time up. Alex ready with his 40th pitch of the night. And he missed inside with it to even the count at 1-1. Giannis has one steal on the year, the runner at first base. And the count now 2-1, Drew Stubbs. No score, third inning here at Progressive Field.
Well, this could be a count that you may want to start the runner. Good 2-1 situation.
Back with the dive easily is Giannis. Stubbs came in with a .361 on base percentage. He blew that fastball right by him. Remember, in his first at bat, he just went right at him with some fastballs, and Stubbs couldn't catch up.
Well, this one had some movement too, Matt. You see, it just takes off, and it started to run in on his hand, so he had to try and pull him in. Not a lot of time to do that when that's moving at about 94, 95. That was good movement, not the straight four-seamer.
Now the 2-2 pitch. And fastball ran up and in, and the count goes full. Stubbs, the only Reds player, as you see Gomes in the on-deck circle, to play in every game this year for the Reds. Giannis takes off on the 3-2 pitch, and it's fouled back. Alex White has 3 ground ball outs, 3 strikeouts, and 1 pop-up on the infield. So Dusty Baker with a 3-2 count.
Yeah, you got
to put his runner in motion.
I would. I mean, most times, unless you think this guy is just going to be overmatched, we've seen enough strike him out, throw him outs lately.
He holds this time. And Stubbs stays alive. It's still 3-2. I'll tell you what, Cincinnati's making Alex White work for it here in this third inning. This will be his 19th pitch of the inning already. And a right-hander ready with the payoff. Runner holds again, and it's fouled away once again.
Well, he's throwing fastballs, and now these guys are getting a piece of them to stay alive. You see that a lot when, with hitters, 3-2, you get that fastball, or it's a situation, you just get a piece to stay alive. Not hitting it hard, but he's fouled off about 3 or 4. And that wears on you after a while. He struck out the first guy, he walked, and now he's in a deep count here, so that's why he has so many pitches.
Now this is going to be a 9-pitch at bat right here for Drew Stubbs. Runner holds again, and Santana couldn't come up with
the mask of Phil Cuzzy. Well, they got to try something else here. It's another 95. I mean, he's throwing the ball hard. He's just getting a piece to stay alive. This one right into the mask. I mean, a direct hit, and it knocks the mask off the face. Man, that hurts. So Santana giving him a little time right now to let him get the cobwebs out of the head. Might be seeing stars a little bit. That one was right into the mask. Santana says, "You ready?" He says, "Yeah, I think so." Where are you?
4 straight foul balls off the bat of Drew Stubbs here. As you pointed out, he's got to try to change him up with something. Give him a little wrinkle.
Well, Santana went out, so we'll see. It looked like fastball away.
Again, the runner holds, and the 3-2 is fouled away again.
Well, you got to take him off the fastball now. He's fouled off every pitch you're throwing.
He's fouled off 5 straight and 6 total in the at-bat.
I'd start the runner. I mean, he's fouled off so many, you figure sooner or later you're going to get a pitch you can hit.
Runner goes. Ball 4.
Great at bat.
He's walked 2 in a row.
Back-to-back walks. That was a very good at bat. He earned the first base right there.
Tim Belcher going to go out and talk now. This is an official visit. Well, while they talk things over, let's look at our great clip of the game from last night. If you haven't seen this by now, here's one more look.
Look at the backhanded flip, the turn, the double play. Yeah, that's about as good as it gets. I think you'll be seeing that play for a long time on all the shows that show the highlights. Very nice.
Relax. Here at Great Clips. All right, so the meeting of the mound is over. Johnny Gomes will be the batter now. He grounded out to short his first time up. Boy, what Alex White could use one of those right now. Just a routine bouncer. Get to and get out.
I think Belch might have had a little talk to him about, don't be afraid to mix up your pitches. It was all fastballs right there towards the end.
The one thing I wonder about is if there was some sort of a potential blister issue, if maybe he's having trouble with that splitter. Maybe there's like a discomfort level there that tough for him to throw it.
He's still got a slider and a 2-seamer.
He's been nothing but fastball.
Which is not bad if you're throwing it at 95 and you can locate it. But he's been up in the zone with it a little bit.
One-oh pitch.
He's missed a lot up there in this inning to the right-handers. I don't know if he can follow through. I just don't know. He's missed a lot up and in. I don't know if he's flying that shoulder's opening up a little bit where the ball is tailing up and into the right-handers.
Now White's 2-0 pitch up and in, almost got him. And he is laboring.
Yeah, he's got to make an adjustment out there. And it's all fastballs. Sometimes you want to call a breaking ball just to slow a pitcher down a little bit and let his arm catch up. But right now it's dragging on him.
.30 pitch. He walked him on 4 straight.
Well,
now this is either extremely stubborn or he just can't throw a breaking ball or anything off speed because it's just nothing but fastballs.
Now they're going to have to get that bullpen going.
He's walked the bases loaded.
There may be something wrong because it's all fastballs and he's missing all in the same location, up and in to the left-handers. So I don't know if it's something where he can't go out there and extend it out to really let it go. But now you walk the bases loaded to face this guy, and this guy is an excellent fastball hitter. Up and away.
Yeah. Every pitch in the same location.
Same location. That's there's something going on here.
White delivers. And there was a splitter, but it missed as well, and it's 2-0.
Well, that first time through, 8 out of 9 first pitch strikes. But I'll tell you what, in this inning, it has been a struggle for young Alex White. And all they can do is sit back and look on. If he is not hurting. As Drubel's going to come in and talk to him, I mean, you have to throw strikes. And this is the last guy you can sit down and try and groove one to. Haven't seen the slider. And the last one you saw a little, maybe that was a split.
Yeah.
But it's been 7 straight balls.
They count as 2-0 for Joey Votto. One would assume he's taken till he sees a strike. The 2-0. But he's swinging. Can they get out of the inning? They get one. No, he throws it away. Oh, baby. The Reds are going to score a pair on a gift. That should have gotten Alex White out of what was an excruciating inning up to that point, and now it's only going to continue. Cincinnati takes a 2-0 lead on a gift.
Terrible throw by Laporta. He'll get an RBI here, but it's the error. Because you can't assume the double play, but look where White is. That is a double play if he makes a good throw because he was over there in time to cover. So a terrible throw, and it doesn't get much easier than that. I don't know if his spike or something got caught, but it was wide of the mark. And this is where the Indians have been so good this year defensively. That is their 18th error, and there's no more of a costlier one right there to get out of the inning.
Brandon Phillips grounded out to second his first time up. And takes a strike.
Yeah, this whole inning has been gift wrapped by the Indians, by Alex White, and now Matt Laporta.
Now the 0-1 to Phillips. A little bit high. The 1-1. Roped fouled on the third base side. And now Alex gets ahead, a ball and 2 strikes.
Well, Phillips, a candidate that can ground into the double play. He's done it 8 times this year. Boy, and that is exactly what this young man needs, is a ground ball at one of his infielders. He needs a break.
The 1-2 pitch. Driven deep down the right side. Slicing foul. Count remains 1-2.
Send along some birthday wishes. Jack Winters of Eastlake is turning 76. Sergeant Matthew Siebert, stationed in South Korea, is 39. Happy birthday. And also, we'd like to wish a happy birthday to Mary Jo Assink, who is 29 again today. So, Mary Jo, happy birthday to you.
Two on, one out. And the 34th pitch of the inning for Alex White. Turns and looks, nothing doing. Now the 34th pitch of the inning. Driven to center. Michael Brantley will make the grab. 2 down. The runner at second, Gomes, tags and goes to third. Let's go back to the studios for an in-game update with Al Pulowski.
All right, Matt, the battle for Florida tonight, Tampa Bay and the Marlins. And Tampa Bay and Matt Joyce continues the hot hitting. First inning triple. Gets 2 home for the Rays. They're in first place in the AL East. In the NL East, Florida's in second place. But right now, the Rays up 2-1, third inning. Matt, back to you.
Okay, thanks, Al. Here's Jay Bruce, who doubled his first time up. Reds at the corners with 2 down now. Alex White looked very sharp at the outset through the first 2 innings, and then he struck out Ryan Hannigan to open this third. But then with Paul Janisch at the plate, he delivered a pitch, had a recoil, looked uncomfortable. Indians came out, looked at him, checked him out. He continued, but then walked 3 straight. And still had a chance to get out of the inning with the bouncing ball off the bat of Joey Votto, but then that went awry. And the Reds have 2 runs on the board. The 2-0. Swung on and missed.
First few pitches we've seen on that part of the plate in this inning. You know, away it would be away to the right-handers, but into the left-handers. That's the very first time. That looks like a split there.
Oh, what a grab by Laporta. And he tags the bag. His throwing error allowed 2 to get in. But a good job right there by Laporta to end the frame. 2-0 Reds on top as we go to the bottom of the third. It will be Matt Laporta, Austin Kearns, and Jack Hanahan. Alex White looks like he's going to go get looked at. Frank Herman was up in the bullpen. He's probably warmed up enough to come into the game. We'll have to wait and see if, in fact, White returns, but I'd say it's doubtful at this point, Rick.
Well, it looks like Herman's getting back up right now and throwing. So it does look doubtful. Well, even if he doesn't come back out, they'll have all the time they need if it's because of injury. We'll see.
The 2-0 pitch is up high. 3 balls, no strikes. Travis Wood, the beneficiary of the turn of events for the Tribe there in the top half of this inning. Comes back with a strike to Laporta, 3-1. Now the 3-1. Slugged in the air, deep to center. Back goes Stubbs. Backpedaling makes the grab, 1 down. Minor league report brought to you by Kia. Mitch Talbot in his rehab start last night went 4 innings, allowed just 1 run. So again, he's ready to come back his next turn through the rotation. Happy birthday to Austin Kearns, celebrating his 31st tonight. Looks at a ball up and in. Allison Morgan of Springfield, Oregon, shares the same birthday as Austin Kearns. She's celebrating her 30th tonight, watching the Tribe on the tube. Strike at the knees to Kearns. A little bit outside, 2 balls and a strike.
Well, you can see how he mixes that fastball with his curveball to the right-handers, and that changeup down and away.
Check, but he went too far, says home plate umpire Phil Cuzzy.
That's where you have to pretty much stay on into the middle part of the field with a guy like this, because he's not going to blow you away. And if you try and get up and catch that fastball to hit him, that's what's going to happen. He'll double up on the changeup and have you out on the front foot.
2-2 to Kearns. Fouled down the right side. Travis Woods, 2-2 pitch to Austin Kearns. Fouled back off the.
That hit the catcher.
Not sure if it got him on the leg. Yeah, it looks like it did. Foot, maybe?
Yeah, something. It sounded like it hit protective padding. It may be right on his kneecap because he can't get up and walk. Deflection. Watch this. Yeah, right off the left knee. Look, it sends you to the ground. Wow. There's been a couple of guys hit the umpire. And now the catcher, Hannigan.
He says he's all right. He's ready to go. Austin Kearns with a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Tribe down a pair here in the third. Frank Herman will be coming on for the Indians to work the fourth. Alex White, a short exit tonight after just 3 innings. And the 2-2. And Kearns with a one-hop smash to short. Giannis throws him out, 2 away.
Well, you don't want to miss the Indians Music Festival presented by Discount Drug Mart, starring Brad Paisley, Blake Shelton, and Jared Neiman. That'll be Saturday, June 11th, right here at Progressive Field. For a limited time, get $30 seats for only $20. That's right. That's 10 bands for just $20. Tickets on sale now at Indians.com.
So Jack Hanahan steps in. And a pitch down low for ball 1. Pitch number 40 for Travis Wood with 2 down here in the third. Low and away, 2 balls, no strikes. So the day began for the Cleveland Indians with Travis Hafner landing on the 15-day disabled list with the oblique problem. And now Alex White, his night short-circuited. You have to believe in part due to some type of a malady with his pitching hand.
Well, I'm sure we're going to find out in a matter of time.
Because up until the point where he had that recoil, he was fine.
He was 69% strikes
at
that point. After that, it was 47%. And it was all on the one part of the plate. So something definitely happened.
3-1 the count on Hanahan with Michael Brantley to follow. Should he get aboard? Big bouncer. A flip. Inning over. 3 complete. 2-0 Cincinnati. At Alex White, his night cut short. He's out of the ball game, and the Indians make their call to the bullpen. Brought to you by Verizon 4G LTE. Rule the air on the most advanced 4G network in the world. Coming on is Frank Herman, back with the big league club. Just called up today from AAA Columbus.
Yeah. Didn't take him long. Valbuena was optioned back. Up comes Herman. Frank's, this is about the third or fourth, isn't it?
Yeah, he's
came
on
up and down
yo-yo
for a day or so. He's on that. Yeah, he's on the elevator, up and down and up and down. But Frank coming on now in the third after Alex White left the ball game. Gave up 1 hit to 2 runs. 1 of them earned. Walked 3, struck out 3. But more importantly, we're going to see if we can find out what happened.
Frank started the year with the big league club and then was sent to AAA Columbus on April 13th. He was then called back on April 28th, sent back April 30th, called back again on May 10th, sent right back the next day. Routine fly ball to right field. Shin-Soo Choo has that one away. A lot of times with that situation, when you're that guy, you get called up when the team maybe gets caught a little shorthanded. Hey, we need a guy just for today.
Yeah. A little insurance policy is what you need.
And so that's why he's a couple of those
I'll
times
tell you what,
he was
though,
up.
He's got the great attitude about it. When he gets
Sure he
caught,
does.
he says, hey, I know what my role is here, and whatever it is, I'll fill it. If he can help, he's more than happy to. Good guy. He's got to come in and throw strikes, and hopefully can keep it right here at a 2-0 game for a few innings.
Yeah, and this is a good situation. A lot of times you get called in, the game's already out of hand. Maybe they had a 5-run, 6-run inning or something of that nature.
Well, this is a rarity today for us. The Indians, they pitched so well this year that how many times has a starter gone like 3 innings?
Well, that's one of the reasons.
Actually, under 5.
Justin Germano was designated for assignment. He didn't get any work. They just didn't have much of a need for a long man. And that's the Murphy's Law of baseball. The minute you let that guy go, you need a long man.
Well, it turned into Chad Durbin because he gave you some innings last night in Chicago. But you needed another arm today because of this reason, if it came to play, and it certainly did.
That's the old hope for the best but plan for the worst.
Well, as they say in baseball, everything is subject to change, and it will change in a hurry. That's how this game jumps up and bites you when you least expect it.
Got him looking. Frank Herman strikes out Chris Heisey, 2 down. Heisey didn't like the call. That's the 4th Cincinnati Reds hitter to be struck out tonight by the Indians.
That's a little breaking ball, locks him up. Comes right down in. Gets the strikeout. He didn't think so, but it was there. You see the quick turnaround. He thought it was up or it was in. One of the two. He didn't like it.
He's going to go vent right now. He needs a quiet room.
Yeah, that's okay. No, the padded room is down the stairs.
Fastball took off. It's the 3rd time an Indian starter has gone just 3 innings in a ball game. 4th. Now it's the 4th. They have Fausto Carmona had 2 of them. Ryan Hannigan struck out his first time up. Breaking ball.
Little floater.
Just couldn't get there as Drupal Cabrera was running after it.
That was like a butterfly. It just keeps flying away. You can keep up to it, but you're never going to catch it. That's exactly how this hit went. Floated out to center field. It was a high breaking ball. He just muscles it out there, and Cabrera's chasing it. He says, I think I can get it. No, can't do it. Goes as a 2-out single. Just the 2nd hit of the game for the Reds.
That's where Ryan Hannigan says, I hit it just the way you threw it. Paul Janisch walked and came around to score. His last time up, swings at the first pitch. Chu broke back, but he's able to come in and make the grab, and the inning is over. We go to the bottom of the 4th here in Cleveland. Cincinnati 2, the Indians nothing. Bottom of the fourth here at Progressive Field. Travis Wood has faced the minimum first time through the lineup. He walked Carlos Santana in the second, but he was erased on a double play ball. He has struck out a pair. Indians fortunate, all things considered, to find themselves down just 2. And if they would have just executed, this would still be a scoreless ball game.
Well, yeah, errors are part of the game. A bad throw, but it's early in the ball game. They have plenty of time. They'll be going through their lineup the second time through. So see if they can make an adjustment and maybe sit on a pitch or two from Travis Wood.
He's made 43 pitches, 26 strikes. Only 3 first pitch strikes that first time through the lineup. Up high. Michael Brantley down on strikes in the first inning.
Yeah, he jumped ahead of Brantley early 0-2 on that count. Put him away quickly.
Called a strike. Brantley thought it was low. Evens the count of 1-1. Now the 1-1. Breaking ball missed. Hung up and in. And it's 2-1. Scoreboard update brought to you by your Northern Ohio Ford dealers and the all-new 2012 Ford Focus. Ford, drive one. Travis Wood deals, and Brantley fouls it right back. Brantley 0 for his last 12 at the plate. And a bouncer right back to the mound. 1 down.
Well, make your plans now to be here for the rematch against the Red Sox. That'll be Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. 3 days of great baseball and great family entertainment. Great memories now starting at just $8. Buy your tickets in advance and save.
'50th pitch of the night for Travis Wood, and it's in the dirt for ball 1. Cabrera flied to left his first time up. And that's up high, 2-0. As Drubel leads the Indians with 7 home runs. And he also leads the club with 27 driven in.
Well, if you're looking at the quarter pole like we were talking about earlier, you're looking at your MVP, as Drubel is the guy.
2 down. It's going to bring up Shin-Soo Choo, who struck out his first time up. .30 out of the 52 pitches for Travis Wood tonight have been strikes. And the 0-1 to Choo is swung out and missed.
Well, you see, I told you he's sort of like sneaky because he hides the ball. Choo hasn't seen him very well at all.
And the 0-2 coming inside. Got him to spin out of the way.
That's all basically just a show pitch. That's how we got Michael Brantley out there once he got 2 strikes. But, you know, Chu had the weak swing on the breaking ball down and away, so he's going to try and double up on it inside.
Just off the plate, 2-2. Going to go with the fastball away. And the 2-2 pitch. His strike three called. Indians go 1-2-3. And Travis Wood spinning a no-hitter through 4. To you by United, proud to fly the Cleveland Indians. By your Northern Ohio Hyundai dealers, it's time to join the Hyundai movement. And by Panini's, get overstuffed at any one of 18 locations in Northeast Ohio. Fifth inning here in Cleveland. Cincinnati with a 2-0 lead. Top of the order due up for the Reds. Drew Stubbs to lead it off.
Boy, he's tearing into some peanuts, isn't he?
One and one to count. Breaking ball just off the mark. Stubbs, then Johnny Gomes and Joey Votto for Cincinnati here in inning number 5. Foul back out of play. The 2-2. Left field, over near the line. Kearns dives and makes a great catch. Nicely done by Austin Kearns. He had a long way to go, and he timed his dive perfectly.
Well, I mean, he finally caught up to that ball because that ball got inside down on the trademark of Stubbs. This is going to be our McDonald's. I'm loving it. Watch where he starts, and he's going to be right over near the line. He just kept going and going. Before he put that glove out, he dives, times it beautifully, and makes a nice running catch.
Get the leadoff man here in the 5th, brings up Johnny Gomes. In the air to center. Michael Brantley. 2 away. Let's go back to the studios once again. Here's Al Pulowski.
All right, then let's head to Chicago, where the Dodgers are in town to take on the White Sox. First inning, Matt Kemp. His 10th home run of the year. It's a 2-run blast. Dodgers take a 2-0 lead over Chicago and Phil Umber. It's the bottom of the second now at U.S. Cellular Field. Back to you, Matt.
Okay, Al, here's Joey Votto. Votto was the batter in the third inning. He bounced the ball to first base. Matt Laporta gloved it. And it looked like he was going to turn an inning-ending double play, but his throw to second base went into left field. So Votto was credited with an RBI. And then the second run scoring on the error. So Alex White only charged with 1 earned run tonight in his 3 innings of work. Still no word from the Indians clubhouse, and not sure if we'll get any. Boy, that ball got Santana right on the forearm.
Well, there's the throwing area you're talking about. Way off target. It's a double play ball with the good throw, because Alex White was off the mound getting to first base, because he knew he had to get there, because he walked the 3 guys to, set that inning up.
Now, to Laporta's credit, he came right back.
They made a great
2 batters
play.
later, made a great play to end the inning.
Yes, he did.
That foul ball caught Carlos Santana on the inside of his left forearm. I mean, flush, too.
Well, I mean, he's been the last one standing, because the umpire got a direct hit that was right on the forearm. And then Hannigan got one on his knee, and now Santana gets one on the forearm. So they've all taken it. One in the head, one in the arm, one on the knee. Not the place to be tonight behind home plate.
2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs here in the 5th. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Reds go 1-2-3 for the second time tonight. They lead it 2-0 as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Back here at Progressive Field, taking a look at Heritage Park just beyond the center field fence area. 2-0 Reds on top. Carlos Santana, Shelley Duncan, Orlando Cabrera due up for the Tribe. Indians without a hit. Their only base runner, Carlos Santana, with a walk to lead off the second inning. And an off-speed pitch in there for a strike. He started Santana off with a breaking ball his first time up, but that pitch was a ball, and he went on to walk him. Hit on the ground to short. Routine play for Janisch. One down. Game recap brought to you by your Northern Ohio Toyota dealers. The error that could have been an inning-ending double play led to the Reds' 2 runs. And then Alex White was cruising along, and then this recoil, something was wrong. It was not the same after that. And, of course, Travis Wood spinning a no-hitter to this point in the game. Find out about more than 30 Toyota offers available now at buyatoyota.com. They're telling us right middle finger soreness is the issue for Alex White. And the reason that makes me uneasy is Adam Miller. I mean, remember, he had so many problems with that middle finger on his pitching hand.
Well, don't know on what pitch it came, whether it was a splitter.
Shelley Duncan with a high blast to left center. Stubbs, the center fielder's there. He's got it, 2 down. Well, 2 away, and Orlando Cabrera will be the batter. Orlando bounced into a double play that ended the second inning. Talking earlier about career numbers in interleague play, this is Orlando Cabrera's 802nd at bat in interleague play.
That means you've been around a long time.
His keystone combination partner is Drupal Cabrera. His next at bat will be his 30th. Strike on the outside corner. And he popped him up. Brandon Phillips grabs it. It's an 8-pitch 5th inning for Travis Wood, who has retired 11 Indians in a row. A Subway restaurant to pick up your Wahoo Bucks. $5 discount coupons for the Subway Extreme Fan Zone. It's the place to be for a chance to win Subway gift cards, Indians fun money, and you'll get great discounts on your next Subway purchase. Subway, where winners eat. Well, that young little princess would like to see the Indians offense get rolling tonight. In the meantime, we've got to get Frank Herman to keep throwing up zeros.
I think a lot of people in the seats would like to see that offense get rolling. They expected to see some runs scored tonight.
Herman has done a nice job. 2 innings of work. He's allowed just 1 hit. He has struck out a pair. Brandon Phillips 0 for 2 leads off inning number 6. So just how good was that trade that Mark Shapiro pulled off years ago for Bartolo Colon to Montreal for Brandon Phillips, Grady Sizemore, and Cliff Lee? Well, Cliff Lee, Cy Young Award winner, one of the top pitchers in the game. We know what Grady Sizemore has done here in Cleveland. Brandon Phillips, an all-star with Cincinnati. But how about this? Since 2006, there are only 4 players in baseball to have hit 100 homers and stolen 100 bases. 2 of them, Brandon Phillips and Grady Sizemore. The other 2, David Wright and Hanley Ramirez.
Well, remember now, the Cologne did win a Cy Young, with the Angels. It wasn't with Montreal because Montreal was going to end up moving. They were renting them for that year.
So every player involved in that trade, well, with the exception of Lee Stevens, he came over to the Tribe and helped them for about the rest of that year. And
he was at
the end of his career.
He was a throw-in. They had to take him, I think, on salary.
But that was a star-studded trade package. Two-two. Line to center and a base hit for Brandon Phillips. He's 1 for 3 tonight. Cincinnati gets their leadoff man aboard here in the 6th. Check out the answer to our AT&T trivia question tonight. 3 Ohio-born players, 300 or more homers. Well, Mike Schmidt was a slam dunk on this. Who are the other 2? Hondo, Big Frank Howard, of course, and David Justice. That's right. Cincinnati-born.
All right. Good question. I should have remembered Justice. I didn't know Frank Howard was born in Columbus. I know he went to Ohio State.
Down low. Jay Bruce doubled off the wall in left field his first time up, and he grounded out to Laporta to end the 3rd on a terrific play by Matt. Pop back over the screen. Two balls and a strike. Right-hander Joe Smith getting up in the Tribe bullpen. Frank Herman just over 30 pitches made. Broke his bat and fouled into the seats on the right side there. It's interesting, Rick. Some guys like the old rag, the pine tar rag, and other guys like that little
claw,
the little stick.
Yeah, that little stick is very sticky without all that brown pine tar, and you got to use rosin and stuff. That little claw that they use, that's very sticky.
Two. Bounce foul. Did you have a preference when you
They never had the claw back when
but
I played. It was Pine Sar.
I meant like, did you put a lot of it on?
Yeah.
Just a little for
tackiness?
tackiness?
I like it a lot. I liked a lot of it on. You know, and the more you used your bat, the thicker that thing would get. You know, so if you were fortunate enough to have a bat go for 3 weeks, it was good.
Off the end of the bat into left center field, perfectly placed. Phillips going to head to third.
That's
Kearns won't be able to
running.
make a play because his momentum was taking him towards center field.
That is great base running right
now
there.
The Reds are set up here in the 6th.
Brandon Phillips off and running. You know, he felt that ball was going to drop right from the get-go, and he read it beautifully. And, I mean, there was nothing that Kearns could do except watch him go to third base. He didn't hesitate. So, in other words, he knew where the fielders were. He watched him. He picked a read, and that was beautiful base running by Brandon Phillips. No chance for Kearns to throw to third, so they got to keep the double play in order. But Cincinnati on the move, first and third, nobody out.
Scott Rowland 0 for 2, flied to right his last time up. Breaking ball in the dirt. Herman's 1-0 pitch. Hit on the ground to second. Orlando had trouble with it, and he can't even get it out. Oh, boy. Indians' second error of the night, and it's 3-0 Reds.
That ball looked like it was deep, got down deep on him, and he just fumbled it. It's a double play ball, second double play ball they've had. You see, I think he tripped initially going out there and just never caught back up to the play. You see, he went down, and that ball was way deep behind him. He didn't really see it going into his glove, and he never really caught it.
Well, that's going to be it for Frank Herman. We've got a timeout here at Progressive Field. Cincinnati 3, Cleveland nothing. Board with nobody out. New pitcher is right-hander Joe Smith. On for the 13th time this year, 2.61 ERA, 10 strikeouts, 4 walks. And he's up here with Chris Heisey, 0 for 2, right-handed hitter at the plate.
See how Dusty plays it, because, you know, obviously the pitcher not hitting the bottom part of the lineup. He's going for it. You know, you figure sometimes you have a 3-run lead. You want to try and add to that as well. But looks like he's going to give Heisey an opportunity to swing the bat.
Nothing doing with the runners. swing and a miss. No balls and 2 strikes. First and second, nobody out for Cincinnati. And they now have a 3-0 lead. The 0-2 pitch is all the way to the backstop.
Boy, oh boy, 0-2. They have. This is some sloppy baseball tonight by the Tribe.
Wild pitch eliminates the double play possibility.
0-2 pitch, and I mean, this one just gets by. It's a wild pitch, not even close to Santana. Allows the runners to move up. You take the double play out of order, and that was a sacrifice right there in a nutshell.
Indians forced to bring the infield in. Fouled away by Heisey.
I want to send a special hello out to Mike Serp of Solon, Ohio.
And special congratulations go out to Jennifer and Paul Kuzmikis of Parma. On May 14th, they welcomed twins into the world, Liam and Elliot. Fouled right back. So double trouble in Parma. But our congratulations and good luck.
Yeah, with the twins, absolutely. You'll need it.
Third base coach Mark Berry going over instructions with Jay Bruce. The 1-2 pitch hit on the ground in the hole. Base hit. Another run scores. 4-0 Cincinnati. Had him down in the count 1-2. And that would have simply loaded the bases had it not been for the wild pitch. But the Reds taking advantage of every Indians miscue here tonight.
Yeah, a little sinker down and away. He just beats it into the ground, and it's in the hole between short and third. Reds now with 5 hits, and they still are in business. Runners at the corners and still nobody out.
A little bit low for ball 1 to Ryan Hannigan, who singled his last time up. First and third, nobody out. And a 2-0 count for Hannigan. There's a strike call. Joe Smith ready with the 2-1. Hopped in the air on the infield. Backing up is Orlando Cabrera. And that is the first out of the inning. Sunday night at 9. Tune in to STO for Jimmy Hanlon and the Golf Zone. We'll wrap up the weekend's golf tournaments. Take your calls and emails about your golf game. It all starts Sunday at 9 right here on STO. Paul Janisch, who walked and scored back in the third, steps in with runners at the corners and 1 out. Almost got first base coach Billy Hatcher. Quick feet down there.
Yeah, you better be on your toes. You're only 90 feet away. They know they're quick. They're as quick as they have to be.
The 0-1 pitch. Tapped foul. And it's quickly 0-2. Just a half swing, and he got a little piece of it. Keeps himself alive. Dusty Baker's club has taken advantage of some Indians' mistakes here tonight, and they lead it 4-0. This could very easily be a scoreless ball game right now. Now the 2-strike delivery. Missed down and in. Reds scored 2 in the 3rd inning without a hit. The 3 walks and then the error. Now the 1-2 pitch. Runner goes. Throw down to second base. They got him.
Nice.
2 down. Heisey is retired. And the runner at third base got rolling. Unable to make the break.
Very nice throw. I mean, it was right on the money. Orlando just put the tag right there, holds the runner at third base. So now a chance to get out of it and keep it just a 2-run inning, which would be very, very big for the Indians.
Popped out of play.
Indians yet to have a hit in this ball game.
Yep.
So
only had one base runner.
Yeah, one walk, and that was it.
And the 2-2. Fouled first base side again. Scott rolling, the runner at third base with 2 down, and the 2-2. Tap back to the mound. Smith with the flip, inning over. Reds get 2 more, and we go to the last of the 6th. Cincinnati 4, Cleveland 0. Four 0 Reds on top. Bottom half of the 6th inning. Indians will try to crank up the offense here. Bottom third of the order due up. Matt Laporta, Austin Kearns, Jack Hanahan. 65th pitch of the night coming up right here for Travis Wood. He's only made 5 first pitch strikes tonight, but it hasn't bothered him. He's been behind 2-0 5 times.
He's changed speeds. He's moved it in and out. He's kept him off balance. This is the first time the Indians have ever faced him. This is his first interleague game, but he's, elevated the fastball.
Oh, man, a nice attempt by Votto. I thought he had it, but he couldn't come up with it.
It was in the seat, so it wouldn't have been interference.
Yeah, they're giving it to him down there, aren't they?
He doesn't want to hear it. He could have. You want to go over there, you're in a visitor's park. Look at it. It's in the seats. Oh, that was in the seats. He probably should have caught that. I don't know if that one guy's hand had anything to do with his glove or not.
Travis Woods, 1-1 pitch. Down low, 2 balls and a strike. Two one to Laporta. So even when he's behind, he's been able to execute. Whether it's an off-speed pitch.
Well, yeah, it's a fastball count, but he's throwing off-speed. They're change-ups. And you can see they're mixed up. They've got them out front.
Net 2-2. Way wide with the fastball, and the count goes full. For 4-0 Cincinnati. Indians batting here. Last of the 6th. Laporta with a smash up the middle. Stopped by Giannis. He gets up, throws, and he got him. Boy, Giannis with a terrific play at short. As Laporta can only jog back to the dugout as the Indians' frustration mounts.
Well, he's a good shortstop, and he fumbled it, so it gave Laporta an extra step or two to get there. You see, he never really caught it, but he got onto it quickly, and he still gets Laporta at first base with the throw across. So he didn't panic. You can see the ball is there. It gets Laporta by a half a step. Good play by Paul Giannis.
Nice backhanded scoop by Votto on the other end. Austin Kearns bounced to shortest. Only time up tonight. Back over the screen. This is one of those games, too, where to this point, the Indians really haven't hit a ball hard.
Well, Duncan had one deep. Somebody hit one to center field on a line. Cabrera. Yeah, but, you know, few and far between.
Two-one pitch. Wide of the mark, 3 balls and a strike. Pitch number 75 coming up for Travis Wood. And the 3-1. A strike called, full count.
Well, look at it. It's going to be down and in as he's starting to walk over. It's looked like it might have had the plate, but it's a tough angle. Tough to tell from that angle.
Payoff pitch. Socked to center. A base hit. First one of the night.
That's the crowd. That's the first time they've had an opportunity to cheer. They're saying, all right, we've been sitting here for half a ball game. And it's Austin Kearns with a base hit, a sharp liner to center field. Falls in front of Stubbs. He couldn't commit on it, so you give in. It's a base hit. So 5 1/3 innings of no-hit baseball for Travis Wood. Wow. It's only the second time in the game he's been out of the stretch. He did walk the leadoff man in the second inning.
Jack Hanahan fouls it back out of play. Hanahan with the bouncer to first. Back in inning number 3. This crowd is just itching to get up out of their seats and do some stomping. The 0-1. Missed, evens the count. Jack backs away. Travis Wood with a 1-1. And it's fouled back out of play. A ball and 2 strikes. His next pitch will be number 80 for Wood. Austin Kearns with the only hit of the night for the Tribe, just their second base runner. He's aboard with 1 out here in the 6th. Jack Hanahan down on the count, 1-2. And he stays alive. The 1-2. Missed outside with it. If you're a big believer in trends, then this is a very important inning for the Tribe, because Cincinnati, when they have the lead after 6 innings, they're 20-3 this year. Indians actually have the best mark in baseball. They're 23-3 when they have the lead after 6. But that's why both of these teams are in first place. They get the lead late. They usually hold on to it. 2-2 pitch. Hanahan with a base hit into right field. Austin Kearns is going to go to third. The throw from Bruce is cut off. Indians at the corners with 1 out here in the 6th. So Jack Hanahan comes up with a big base hit right after Austin Kearns got their first hit of the night. Helps to get this crowd into it a little bit now.
Well, he went out there and hooked that ball. I'll tell you, and I think he left it up a little bit. It was a breaking ball going down and away, and Jack was able to keep his hands back enough to get that ball and pull it in the hole. There's the line drive. You see Votto diving after it. Kearns going all the way to third base. So now this is the first chance for the Indians tonight.
Dusty Baker makes his first and only trip to the mound tonight. Top of the order, Michael Brantley, 0 for 2 tonight. More importantly, he is long overdue to break out of his funk. 0 for his last 13. He hasn't had many 0-fers this year. And this would be a perfect time for Brantley to snap that skid.
Well, he's probably seen everything that Wood has to offer as far as the breaking ball. I think he saw the curve ball in one at-bat. His fastball, he jammed him in his last at-bat to get him out.
So first and third, 1 out. Tribe trying to at least get on the board here. Wood delivers. And he gets ahead with the first pitch strike. Brantley struck out on the first, and then on the fourth he bounced one right back to the pitcher's mound. Really got jammed in that at bat in the fourth. Slapped out of play. And now Michael down on the count 0-2. Interesting that coming into tonight's game, Michael Brantley had exactly the same batting average against lefties as he did against righties.
No, he sees the ball well. He truly does.
Base hit into right field. Indians are on the board. Kearns scores. On his way to third is Hanahan. Ball's kicked around by Bruce. Brantley goes to second. That gets the crowd into it. It's a 4-1 ball game, and now the Indians are in business with runners at second and third and still only one man out. Brantley with his 20th run batted in on the year. The base hit, I would imagine, and then the error on Bruce allows the runners to advance.
I agree. There's a hanging breaking ball on an 0-2 pitch, Matt. He comes back and he hung one, and Michael made him pay. And there's where Bruce boots the ball, and I think that's where you're right. Michael just kept right on running, gets himself into scoring position. It's now a 4-1 game with one out and runners at second and third.
Well, and now you've got the guy you want at the plate right now. As Dribble Cabrera 0 for 2 tonight. But he has been the Indians' best threat with runners in scoring position, batting .405 on the year. And he's got 2 out there right now that he can drive in with a base hit. Up high, ball 1.
So they didn't sniff a hit for the first 5 1/3 innings. And then after the Austin Kearns base hit, they doubled and tripled up. 2 left-handers. Hanahan gets one, and then Brantley, both with 2 strikes.
Up high, 2-0. Cabrera awaiting the 2-0 pitch. And it just did catch the outside part of the plate, 2-1.
Well, that's not one that his dribble likes, so you spit on it. I mean, it's a 2-0 count. You're looking for something you can hit hard and get that guy in from third base, and they're sitting down and away, and it's a gift, man, on the outside corner, if that.
Woods 2-1 pitch. Outside, that was definitely off the plate.
Yeah, well, you see, that's why he didn't bite. Cabrera didn't bite. He said, He thought that 2-0 pitch was borderline, so he spits on that one, and now he's in another good count, 3-1.
Logan Ondrusek just getting loose. Big 6'8" right-hander. But the ball game right here is at the plate. 3-1 pitch. Fouled out of play. To the upper deck it goes, and a great grab by the guy in the front row. So a big Friday night crowd had been silent all night until this 6th. 3 straight hits. Indians are on the board, and one big swing of the bat from coming all the way back in this one. Wood taking a long time, and Cabrera steps away. 90 pitches on the night for the Reds left-hander. Hanahan at third, Michael Brantley at second. And the payoff pitch is ball 4, and they're loaded. And now the cries of Chew here at Progressive Field.
Well, he's had his way with Chew tonight. He has faced him twice. He has struck him out twice. And he hasn't had very many good swings. But, boy, one swing could bring the Indians right back into this one. The table is set.
Chu struck out swinging in the first, out looking in the fourth. Wood delivers. Ball one inside. I told you just about a moment ago, this crowd been itching to get up and do some stomping. Finally got their wish. 3 straight hits and a walk. They're on the board looking for more. 28 pitches in the inning for Wood, who had a no-hitter coming into the frame. There's a strike to even the count. Jack Hanahan at third, Michael Brantley at second, as Dribble Cabrera at first. With one out here in the 6th, and pitch number 30 of the inning. Hit him! 4-2. Hanahan scores, and the bases are still loaded.
Boy, that was a gift. The Indians have given the Reds a couple gifts tonight, and right now the favor is returned. And Dusty Baker's going to go out and make a move. Boy, he went from a no-hitter to couldn't get another out.
5 straight Indians have reached here in the 6th, and as Rick just told you, they didn't have a hit up until that point. But the Austin Kern single to center has changed the momentum, and we've got a timeout here in Cleveland. But the Indians are closing in on them. Bases loaded, still only one out. The new pitcher is right-hander Logan Ondrusek. He goes 6'8", 24th appearance of the year, 2.2, 2.35 ERA. He struck out 21 in 23 innings of work, but he has also walked 10.
Well, Travis Wood has to wonder, boy, it was a breeze for a while. And then the first base hit of the night, and he was not able to retire another Indians hitter. And they have opportunities now with Santana. As I said, the table has been set.
Tying run at second base in the form of Asdrubal Cabrera.
The Indians have been outstanding this year with bases loaded situations.
Time called. I think that time it was called by the catcher.
Yeah, it was. That's why the umpire left. He goes out and he lets him know.
Logan Ondrusek, a 13th round pick of the Reds back in 2005. Born in Shiner, Texas. Ball one, it's outside.
We told you this stat when they were having that big offensive explosion in Kansas City. .528 batting average, the Indians, with bases loaded.
Ondrusek features a sinking fastball. That one almost went to the backstop, and it's 2-0.
Well, they'll take all the gifts they can get. This ball, first one away, next one comes inside, so having a tough time finding the zone.
This crowd making noise here at Progressive Field. The 2-0. 3 balls, no strikes.
Well, now you got to take one. You just got to make them get in the zone.
Santana awaiting the 3-0 pitch. And a borderline call to strike. Ooh, that was...
Well, yeah, I mean, stay up there. Don't bail out and throw your bat away, man. Just make it, get a good look at it. You know, top of the zone. Now he's ready. He's got a fix on him. He's got a beat. It's 3-1.
The pitch. Santana fouls it away, and the count goes full.
He immediately went back and asked Phil Cuzzy if that was a strike there, the one he just fouled off.
2 years ago when Ondrusek was in the Florida State League, he worked with his pitching coach Tom Browning, who taught him how to throw a cut fastball. See if that comes into play here at some point. Bases loaded, 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th, 4-2 ball game. Logan Ondrusek delivers, and it's ball 4. It's a 1-run game. Santana draws his 2nd walk of the night, picks up his 21st run batted in.
Well, they're gift runs now, and they certainly will take them. Another walk. That run will be charged to Wood. He is still responsible for 2 more.
Shelly Duncan looks at a ball down low. What a turn of events. 5 1/3 innings. The Indians had 1 base runner. But then 3 straight hits to open this inning. A walk, a hit batter, and another walk. And the Tribe has scored 3. Tying run at third, go-ahead run at second base. Duncan takes low again. 2 balls, no strikes.
Well, that's a great thing. Don't help him out. The pressure is on everybody, on the pitcher.
Shelly Duncan looking to improve on those numbers. Two-0 pitch. Fly ball left field. Heisey is there. As Drupal Cabrera tags, he's coming home. The throw is cut off, and the game is tied. Shelly Duncan with his 11th RBI on the year. And the Indians have come all the way back to knot it up.
Attaboy, 2-0 pitch, got one to his liking, got the job done. So the Indians, in their last 3 runs scored, it didn't come on a hit batter, a walk, a sac fly. The last 3 runs have come in to score on, and we have a new ball game.
And Orlando Cabrera will be the 9th man to bat in the inning, as he looks to try and give the Indians the outright lead now. Shin-Soo Choo, the go-ahead run at second base. Cabrera 0 for 2 tonight. Orlando looking for his first hit now since becoming a U.S. citizen. This crowd has really gotten into the ball game here in the 6th now. 1-0 pitch. Bouncing ball to short. That'll get the Reds out of the inning. But what a job by the Tribe. They bat around. They score 4. And we're even as we go to the 7th.
Ball game at 4 with the Reds. And you know what? We've got a great crowd on hand. Still time for you to get your prorated season tickets. Call 216-420-HITS to check out the pricing plans. Also, a ton going on this weekend. Tomorrow's game is sold out, but there are still tickets available for Sunday. We've got KeyBank Kids Fun Day going on. Bring the family out. Tons of pregame activities. And then also they can stay to Move It Around the Bases, sponsored by the Cleveland Clinic. That's all going on Sunday. Guys, back over to you for now.
All right, thanks, Katie. Joe Smith stays on to work the 7th. And Drew Stubbs, 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored, leads it off. In the air, center field, Brantley makes the chest-high catch. One away. That ball was smoked, but right at Michael. What do you say we go back to the studio once again? Here's Al Pawlowski.
All right, man. Well, Pittsburgh and Detroit tonight. The Buccos with a big inning of their own in the 6th when they score 6. Lyle Overbay with the home run is 4th. Pittsburgh now up 7-1 over the Tigers in Pittsburgh. They're in the 8th inning. Matt, back to you at Progressive Field.
Okay, thanks, Al. At the knees, a called strike. Johnny Gomes, 0 for 2 with a walk. A little bit outside. He didn't go on the appeal, says first base on Bill Miller. Check swing, bouncer, routine play for Matt Laporta. 2 quick outs here in the 7th. Joey Votto, 0 for 3 on the night, will be the batter, but he's going to face a different pitcher. Joey Votto, left-handed batter, and Maniacta going to make his move to the bullpen here in the 7th inning with 2 down. Tony Sipp is coming on when we come back. looked at Panini's. 18 locations in northeastern Ohio. Visit paninisgrill.com to find a location near you. Joey Votto will be the batter. Left-hander Tony Sipp will be the pitcher. Tony Sipp on for the 20th time this year. 2-0, 137 ERA. He has struck out 14 and walked 7 in almost 20 innings of work. What a weird game tonight. The Indians have committed 2 errors, which have really led directly to Cincinnati's 4 runs.
Yeah, and a couple of double play balls.
And then the Indians were no hit for 5 1/3 innings and then exploded for 3 straight hits. And then Cincinnati came bearing gifts with 2 walks and a hit batter.
That's you hit the nail on the head. It's been a game of gifts. Indians have given Cincinnati some runs and they've returned the favor. So right now you're getting into the time of the game where everything is going to count.
I was just thinking back right after I told you about how good Cincinnati was with the lead after 6. So the Indians took that off the board.
Yeah.
Wiped that clean. It's up for grabs now. 2 down, Joey Votto. Broke his bat. It's going to drop in center field for a 2-out single.
Sounded like it broke his bat, but he was aggressive and got off to that first pitch. And gets it into center field for a hit. That is the 6th hit for the Reds this evening. The Indians have 3 and only 1 extra base hit in the game. That was a Jay Bruce double back in the 2nd inning.
Brandon Phillips singled and scored in the 6th inning. 1 for 3 on the night. Tony Sipp delivers. And it's a little bit high for ball 1. Fouled it off the mask of Carlos Santana.
Yeah,
that's the 2nd time he's taken a vicious foul tip tonight.
Well, Phillips trying to leave the yard there. He had a huge swing. I mean, and it went directly right into the mask, is right.
Ooh.
Well, the umpire had that direct hit earlier in the game. They're concerned now. They got to come out.
Well, I would love to know, the physics of what that is like to take that foul tip. I mean, when you get that one square into the mask,
yeah,
that's got to be the equivalent of like getting punched in the face, in the boxing ring with a big.
Yeah,
I mean,
I would. Well, you can see it. It does.
He was staggered a little bit. Yeah. Manny Acta and Rick Jameson out there to talk with Carlos Santana.
Well, you can tell he doesn't feel good. And this was it just grazes off the bat and it almost got him on the chin.
Yeah, and that's what I talk about. You know what's interesting about that, Rick? I was just thinking, I don't see many catchers wear a mouth guard, but you would think that might be a nice safety precaution.
I would not know. I don't know. I would never get back behind the plate there. The farther away, the better. Throwing to first.
Tony almost launched that one.
That wasn't a good move at all.
I think that throw to first was just to give Carlos Santana another few moments to gather himself. Now the set by Sip. He had the runner going back to the bag. It's a called strike, 1-2 the count. Brandon Phillips not real happy with the call by home plate umpire Phil Cuzzy. And with 2 down, Tony Sip 1 strike away from getting his club right back into the dugout. Another toss to first, and he almost threw it away again.
I don't think I'd try throwing to first anymore. Back-to-back throws at
you're tempting
wide.
fate, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly. There's 2 outs. Concentrate on the hitter. You've got 2 strikes on him.
And the 1-2 pitch. Popped out of play. Dusty Baker's Cincinnati Reds, who have had their way with the Indians in recent years in interleague play, looked like they were on their way to an easy win here tonight, leading it 4-0. But the Tribe rallying back to tie it. And now here in the 7th, with 2 down, a runner at first, the 1-2 pitch is down low, and the count evens now at 2-2 on Brandon Phillips. Now Tony comes set. The 2-2 rolls it to short as Dribble flips to Orlando, and the inning is over. And we are still tied at 4. It's time now for the Cleveland Clinic 7th inning stretch. Indians fans, time to get up and move it. Slider up on his feet. Crowd is up and into it. We're all tied at 7 as we go, or all tied at 4 as we go to the bottom of the 7th. Matt Laporta will lead it off. Laporta was retired on a terrific play by Paul Janisch to open the bottom of the 6th inning. And now he tests Giannis again.
No, you got to
Wrong
test
guy.
somebody else.
One away. But after Laporta grounded out, the Indians erupted. Austin Kearns with a solid stroke to center field. Then Jack Hanahan with a great at bat moved him up. Michael Brantley drove in a run with an RBI, and then the walk parade. Duncan with a sac fly. Indians scoring 4 times to tie the ball game up. And there's a called strike. Kearns facing his former team. Rick, as a veteran player like Kearns, and he's obviously faced Cincinnati a number of times since he played there, does that fade after a while, or
no?
Do the juices still percolate every time you face them?
Every time you face them, man, till the day you die. You know, if you're playing against a team that drafted you, you came up with, yes, you always want to do something special. And he did tonight. He got the first hit of the ball game for the Indians. After this guy, Travis Wood, had a 5 1/3 no-hit baseball.
Got him. 2 down here in the 7th. Here's our Miller Taste Greatness moment. June 11th, 2004.
Look at those unis. Huh? I remember that. Those would be all reds.
Lou Merlone drawing the bases loaded walk-off walk. Two down for Jack Hanahan. Hanahan singled and scored in that 6th for the Tribe. Brandon Phillips showing great range. Big flip. Indians go 1-2-3. And we go to the 8th. All tied at 4.
and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Cleveland Indians.
Eighth inning here at Progressive Field, all tied up at 4 apiece. Tony Sipp will stay on to pitch here in the 8th inning. Jay Bruce, left-handed hitter, to lead things off, and then you got 6 straight right-handed bats after him, so there's activity in the Tribe bullpen. Down low.
Outfield playing back a little bit more, maybe to cut off doubles.
Up high. 2 balls, no strikes.
There you see the 3-man infield over on the right side, and the outfield playing very deep.
Hit high in the air to left. This gives Austin Kearns plenty of time to camp out underneath. 1 away.
And out comes Manny.
So he will go to the right-hander with all these right-handed bats due up for Cincinnati. And we're looking at Vinny Pistano coming into the ball game when we return to Progressive Field, tied at 4 here in the 8th inning. In the top of the 8th inning, Vinny Pistano coming on for the Tribe for the 18th time this year. No wins or losses. ERA 1.72. He has punched out 17 in his 15 2/3 innings of work.
I'll tell you, the crowd started to get into it a little bit when he was coming in from the bullpen because Vinny enters the game like nobody else. He comes in from a dead sprint from that bullpen, and the crowd really started getting into it. And I could see something building over the course of the summer if he continues to do what he has been doing. It should be a lot of fun.
The Reds have just one left-handed bat on their bench. In case you're wondering, pitch in there for a strike to Scott Rowland. Rowland, Chris Heisey, Ryan Hannigan, Paul Janisch, Drew Stubbs, Johnny Gomes, all right-handed hitters consecutively for the Reds tonight. Fouled back. It's 0-2. 2-strike pitch. A little bit high. That time Rolen able to lay off. 0 for 3 tonight for the Reds' third baseman. Chris Heisey waiting on deck. Outside, 2-2. Two pitch down the right side, but that's going to twist out of play. White Sox lead the Dodgers 3-2 in Chicago. They're in the bottom half of the 6th. Kansas City leading St. Louis 2-0 in the bottom of the 7th at KC. In the air, center field, Brantley, a long run. Can't get to it, kept it in front of him. And a 1-out hit for Rolen, his first single of the night.
You know, he kept breaking in, Michael Brantley did, and then that's how you do it. He realized he wasn't going to get there, so you pull up. You don't go ahead and you don't try and dive for this ball because that is the go-ahead run. You keep him on first base. You keep the double play in order.
Swung on and missed. Chris Heisey, who had an RBI single his last time up, waving at that off-speed pitch. Same pitch, same result. 0-2.
Another nice slider. Beautiful location. He was committed.
What do you think? Third time's a charm?
Why not? Absolutely. Put it in the same spot.
Ran the fastball up. Did he go?
I think the home plate umpire called it.
He did. Yes, he did.
Yeah, he called it to Phil Cuzzy. He didn't ask for help. He says, yes, you did. He's telling him he felt he went. They didn't need help. At least he didn't. And Dusty's not happy about that. And I think most managers in this situation at least get some help. If in doubt. I mean, that angle, it's tough to see. He rides the fastball up around the letters. And it's borderline.
Yeah,
I've seen it called, and I've seen it where they said no swing.
2 down. Ryan Hannigan, 1 for 3, will be the batter. Runner takes off, and Pistano had lost track of him. The throw goes into center field, and the runner's going to go all the way to third base.
Third error of the night by the Indians. He just had a jump off Pistano where, actually Santana should have just held the ball.
I think he realizes that now.
Yeah, I mean, there's no chance because watch him take off. He was guessing on him, and he guessed right. He should have just put it in his back pocket because he had no chance. And then what happens, you try and rush the ball and you throw it too hard, you throw it into center field. Now he's on to third base. So give him the stolen base and an error.
And with 2 down, Ryan Hannigan now has the go-ahead run 90 feet away. Pistano with the 0-1 pitch. Fouled back. 0-2 the count. Now let's see if Vinny can pick his defense up right here. $31,622 the attendance here tonight. And the 2-strike pitch. A little bit high.
Well, they're sitting away, and it is. It's up, and it is away. But it's a nice pitch, 0-2. I like that.
Pistano with a 1-2. Hannigan, liner to second. Orlando snares it, and the inning is over. We head to the bottom of the 8th here in Cleveland. Knotted up at 4. Home half of the 8th inning here at Progressive Field. And Cincinnati going to their bullpen for the second time tonight. And it's left-hander Bill Bray coming on.
Well, he has appeared now in the 24th game. That's Andrusik did the same thing. That was his 24th appearance. So Dusty goes to that bullpen. You can see opposition hitting just 137. 13 punch-outs in his 15 and a third innings. So they've got the top of the lineup up. The Indians, by the way, with their 3 errors tonight, that's a season high. They had 2 errors in the game twice this year. But you look at their line score, it's a little strange. 4 runs, 3 hits, and 3 errors.
Michael Brantley will lead it off for the Indians. And Bray, a first pitch strike. Bray came to the Reds back in 2006 in a major trade that involved Austin Kearns. 0-2 the count. Bray, along with Royce Clayton, Brendan Harris, Darrell Thompson, all went to Cincinnati in exchange for Austin Kearns, Felipe Lopez, and Ryan Wagner. Two-strike pitch. Up high. Billy Bray was originally a 13th round pick back in 04 when they were the Montreal Expos. He was the first William and Mary product to go in the first round. Brantley shoots it in the air, left field. Heisey makes the catch, one away. The Indians box score tonight is brought to you by your Northern Ohio Hyundai dealers, introducing the Hyundai Assurance Trade-In Value Guarantee.
Well, not much there to look at. Although they did, they had 3 runs scored. The RBIs by Chu, Santana, and Duncan did not come on a hit.
You're right. If you took away the RBI,
Yeah.
Part of that, you're like, how would they score 4 runs?
That's exactly right. Well, it was gift wrapped, as this game has been for both teams.
As Dribble Cabrera.
But now gets down to the big part of the ball game. And execution is going to have to take place. Big hit, big play.
The 1-0 pitch. Missed outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Bill Bray, I mentioned he was the 13th overall pick back in 2004. He was the second left-hander to go in that first round. Jeremy Sowers was the first.
Oh, yeah?
High fly ball, right field. Jay Bruce called off by the center fielder Stubbs, 2 down. Be nice to see Shin-Soo Choo hit a home run right here. 1, it would put the Tribe on top, and 2, it would help us to raise more money for the Gathering Place. Rick and I make a donation every time the Tribe homers this year. So does our friends at Great Clips. Over $2,700 we're up to right now. For more information, touchedbycancer.org to learn more about the Gathering Place. Great needs, great deeds, Great Clips. Shin-Soo Choo looks at the ball outside. Choo was hit by a pitch to drive in a run in that 6th inning. There's a high drive, deep left center field. Stubbs is back on the track. He's out of room and hits high off the fence. Choo around second, digging for third. He's going to get in there easily, and then the stop sign is put on. Yeah. There was a moment where Steve Smith wasn't sure because the Reds couldn't pick up the baseball in the outfield. But once they finally did, he put the stop sign on, and Choo slammed on the brakes. He's at third with 2 down here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
Well, I didn't see how high that ball went off the wall. I knew it was hit well.
Right in the middle of the out-of-town scores, Rick.
Yeah, and hit deep left center field. And Choo was hustling all the way. You can see he got a good piece of that baseball. And yeah, right off the line. It came back. They didn't play it well. Both guys went to the baseball instead of one backing up and one going to it. So Choo had his head down. And now they fumbled it on the relay coming in, and it was a late stop.
He missed third base.
Well, he was watching. He was trying to watch everything.
So with 2 down, Carlos Santana trying to drive home the go-ahead run. Cincinnati had the same opportunity in the top half of this inning with a runner at third and 2 down. Ryan Hannigan lined out to second base to end the inning.
For Choo, his first triple of the year and just the 5th for the Indians. But that go-ahead run just 90 feet away. They're just going to go ahead and walk Santana.
Shelley Duncan waiting on deck. You can see the fire already starting to burn in him. They don't get much more intense between the lines than Shelley Duncan. He drove in the tying run in the 6th inning with a sac fly to left field.
Well, out comes Dusty. Looks like he's going to make a move. I think Nick Massett is warming, and he will make the call after the intentional walk.
So we've got a timeout here in Cleveland. Right-hander Nick Massett will come on to face Shelley Duncan when we return. Indians in the bottom of the 8th have runners at first and third with 2 down, and Shelley Duncan will be pinch hit for. It's going to be Ezekiel Carrera. He's going to bat for Shelley Duncan with 2 down here in the 8th inning, and runners at first and third as Nick Massett is coming on for the Cincinnati Reds. Ezekiel Carrera has been with AAA Columbus. He was having a bang-up year for the Clippers.
Well, we got a chance to see him in spring training where he led off a lot of baseball games.
He's fast. He can definitely go get him.
There's no question about it. He can go get him, and he's quick down the line. But right now, you're just looking for that ball to hit the outfield grass. A little base hit with that go-ahead run on at third base.
How's this for your Major League debut?
None better. Come on in with the game on the line. That's the way to do it.
Ezekiel Carrera steps in. Left-handed batter. Career .292 hitter in the minor leagues. Drag bunt. And he missed him. He's safe. The Indians take the lead. Oh, baby. Speed kills.
Unbelievable. Votto, I thought, had an opportunity to get him, but I'll tell you, the angle that he went at Carrera, he just couldn't reach him. He got down the line and beat him to the bag. Boy, we've seen just about everything in this park this year.
In his Major League debut, Ezekiel Carrera with a perfect drag bunt up the first base line. He stays between the lines barely. And he is safe at first on the infield RBI hit.
Votto thought he was going to get him, man, and he was a half a step ahead of him. He went just a shade out onto the grass, but he beat it out. The go-ahead run scores, and the crowd really loving that.
And now Orlando Cabrera looks at a breaking ball for ball 1. Little tapper back to the mound. Massett will go to first to end the inning. But Ezekiel Carrera, just the latest in a long line of Indians to contribute this year, and his Major League debut gives the Indians a 5-4 lead. Indians on top. What a crazy night here at Progressive Field. Ezekiel Carrera in his first Major League plate appearance in his debut tonight. Drag bunt, RBI, go-ahead run, and how about the high fives?
Well, I mean, look at that. Everybody over there, it doesn't get any better than that.
And now it's up to Chris Perez to try and nail it down here in the 9th inning. 5-4 Indians lead it. Fred Lewis, left-handed hitter, will lead off for Cincinnati. He's going to pinch hit for Paul Janisch. And it's low ball one. The pitch. Little bit outside. 2-0. Perez fires and it's ball 3. Oh boy. In for a strike, it's 3-1. Lewis, then Drew Stubbs and Johnny Gomes due up for Cincinnati here in the 9th. A little bit low, ball 4, and the Reds get their leadoff man aboard. So the tying run at first.
That ball down just a little bit below the knees.
Santana go out and talk to Perez. Drew Stubbs 0 for 3.
Lewis only one stolen base attempt, and he was caught at it. Let's see how Dusty plays it on the road.
Stubbs has struck out tonight. Walked and scored in the 3rd. Flied to left on a great play made by Austin Kearns, and then lined out the center his last time up there as a first pitch strike. Swung on and missed. Pumped the fastball by him. It's 0-2. This crowd of better than 31,000 trying to help Chris Perez here in the 9th inning. And the 0-2 pitch. Ooh. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Well, if he's missing, it's not by much. I mean, he's going in there pounding that strike zone down. And, as a pitcher, you certainly want that pitch low. If you're not going to call a high strike, you've got to give that.
That's up high, 2-2.
Now he's got to change his zone. His sights were targeted down, and that's how exactly what they should be.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. Hit in the air. Deep right center. Chu back on the track at the wall. Makes the catch. Back to first goes Lewis. 1 down here in the 9th.
Boy, he ran out of room. He chased him right up to the wall. And I mean every last step. As soon as Chu catches it, he's going to end up backing into the wall. Lewis going halfway down to second base, has to retreat, and there he is, right at the base for the first out.
Johnny Gomes 0 for 3 tonight. Perez fires. And it's low, ball one. Broke his bat, right back to Perez. He's got it, and a double play will end the game. The Indians come back from a 4-0 deficit to take the opener in this interleague series with the Cincinnati Reds. And the Indians continue their late game heroics. Their last 6 wins at home have all come in their last at bat. And a double play ends the game here tonight.
Well, you talk about getting sawed off. He ran that fastball in on the fists of Johnny Gomes, and it was just a little changeup hit back to Chris Perez. They had the runner leading off, and I'll tell you what, this is a game of gifts, and the Indians ended up winning in the long run. The young rookie, the big story of the night, pinch hitting and drag bunting in the winning run. That was something exciting to see, and the Indians find another way to do it here at Progressive Field.
Over the last 3 years, the Indians have the worst winning percentage in interleague action. But just like everything else, things are different in 2011. Tribe wins at 5-4. We're back with the Conrad's Tire Express and Total Car Care postgame show in a moment. But first, the KeyBank play of the game, brought to you by KeyBank.
Well, we have to take another look at this. I mean, you talk about 2 outs, first and third. His first major league at-bat comes up here. He drag bunts. He gets Votto to field it. There goes the go-ahead run. Shoot tripled, and hugs going all around for Ezequiel Carrera. Boy, what a night for him. Now, you talk about exciting. That's going to be our KeyBank key play of the game.
A great night here at Progressive Field, and we're back with the postgame show. Shin-Soo Choo joins us when we return.